Welcome to Shyzabox. Here's your host. Oh yeah, whoa girl, whoa, ho 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 ho, oh girl, whoa. Hey everybody, welcome one, welcome all, welcome to Shyzabox and the horse you rode in on. Get out of here. Anyhow, welcome everybody. We have got a show for you today. Oh yeah, well about time you started fixing up how you were starting everything. Yeah, well we just figured we were tired of you cutting us off all the time. Well maybe if you didn't have to do all this and, ruin it every time that you showed up, then we wouldn't have to. Yeah, real funny monkey. Shut up, we're trying to do the show. Alright, whatever, hurry up, let's go to Mark's. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we've got a show for you today, and you might be saying, oh, we wish you didn't, but we do, so we're going to go ahead and lay it out for you. Today we are talking about something that's not near and dear to our heart, but something that, we could have sworn we have been told has been bullshit since its release. And what's that, you might be asking? Well, good thing you already know from having read the description or thumbnail, something or another. It doesn't matter. Of course, we are talking about South of Midnight. Now, this game obviously hasn't been out all too long, but it's been out long enough for even before it fucking came out, individuals to have obviously gotten either early access to it via paying more than that monthly subscription to Game Pass, motherfuckers, right? Which we're, of course, all about here at Shyzabox. We're all things Xbox, right? People who shelled out that additional early access, whatever, maybe got a review code, this, that, the other, whatever. Everyone that we had seen mention it, make note of it, say anything about it, this, that, the other. South of Midnight was bullshit, and it sucked, and Sweet Baby Inc. done fucked it all up, and this, that, the other. Everything around the, sun as far as negative stuff associated and connotatively put with this game. Now, we will be straightforward with you. We have not completed this game in its entirety yet. We're only approximately halfway through. We have fought and beat that alligator bastard. Unless you fight him again, I don't know, whatever. Alright, we're approximately halfway through, and every single thing that we're waiting for to kind of be a thorn in our side or, kind of piss us off, this, that, the other, we're not finding it. Oh, yeah? Well, why'd you post that fucking short making fun of the well like it's a boss battle? Okay, we're not saying the game is perfect or flawless, and we're not saying that it doesn't operate on a, kind of double A tier level as far as its, playability and performance and this, that, the other. Yeah, well, it should be a no playability performance game. Shut up, monkey. We're enjoying our time with it. And we're waiting on all this shit to come out, and we're starting to get a damn Shyzabone because people are saying this shit sucks, and we haven't seen the suck yet. Oh, no, the suck's there, man. There is some suck. Okay, you're right. There is some suck. Some of the navigation, not controls on the avatar or anything like that, some of the navigation around, such as our boss battle with the well and whatnot, some of that stuff is, mere level design and the invisible walls and things like that that make games, yes, limited in their overall scope. We don't got a Shyzabone anymore, unless you don't shut up. Oh, no, we ain't gonna shut up. We're just gonna leave. All right, fair enough. No Shyzabone. We don't gotta, bash you. And you shut the fuck up. All right, whatever. The navigation, man, there's issues with it. Absolutely. Stuff that you should be able to do, you cannot do it. What was that one game? Was it Quantum Leap or something like that? Or Quantum, maybe that's a show. It doesn't matter. There's that one Quantum game came out on Xbox that the Xbox couldn't run, and you couldn't even jump on top of a car in that shit, right? You couldn't climb a fence, you couldn't do anything. That's not the only game that's done it. This is not the only game that's done it to where navigation is inherently a problem. Okay? Conceded. Where's the stuff so far that's supposed to be pissing us off and showing us that Compulsion Games done jacked up this entire release and it's not worth playing? Because at our halfway through point, and Mark, approximately, we haven't seen one iota of it. All right? The only thing that we have seen is a lack of 100% game. Okay? The game itself is lacking. The game itself has issues in the navigation, maybe some of the level layout, maybe some of the complexities. Maybe, depending on your level of, depth or immersion with the storyline, maybe you find problem or take any issue there. Yeah, well, I think people found a lot of issue with a lot of it. Okay. Shut up! Ah! We got Shyzabox for days with this shit because everything that's supposed to have been complete garbage is all playable. Compulsion Games. You fucking did a good job. You did a good release. Now, let's talk about a couple things that this game does, all right, that set it apart from any other release. Well, one thing that it's done that we've ever played our entire lives, from coming in at Atari, with our little joysticks, and our controller, one button. You old boomer motherfucker. Shut up. This game sucks. No. That's the thing. We don't see the suck in it. One thing that this game has masterfully crafted and done better than any other game virtually that we can think of in memories past or present, and that's the graphics on this game and the art direction are insane. It might not be for everybody. The stop-go animation with the traditional animated avatar with the surrounding atmosphere that isn't really interactable, but there is some scope and level of, interacting with the environment that can occur within the boundaries of what the game will allow you to do. And maybe that's a disconnect with some of the player base that's checked this one out. Maybe because the level design and even with the branching exploration that you can do, maybe, just maybe, some of that, is too linear in scope and too controlled in scope. It's not an open world game. The level design, in essence, can be attributed to the same thing that you would find in like a Jedi Fallen Order or something like that, okay? It's traversable, navigatable, and everything. And, the differences, obviously, therein lie in how you might navigate back and forth and obviously things of that. But the level design is the same. It might not be a floating platform somewhere with an infinite abyss under you that you fall into, but it's a platform with a swamp that you fall into, or a dirty river source, or whatever. All right? It doesn't matter. The point is that the art direction and everything like that they do with the game super overshadows alone a lot of the things that have been so negatively bashed in about this game, all right? And about where it should sit, all right? We just don't see it. We don't see the negative stuff in this one, man. And, maybe it's to come. We have parts we don't like. We don't like pretty much any of the storyline between, the daughter and mom. That's all kind of crap. But let's see what else this game might do a little better than other games that... All right, so this next one, we're going to go back behind the curtain where the sausage is made. All right, not something that we like to do often, but something that we have to do. on occasion, all right? There's a little game called, oh, where the hell, oh, here we go. Yeah, there, that'll work. Okay, a little game called Forspoken, all right? In essence, this is South of Midnight is Forspoken, reskinned with a better story and better controlled battles. Kind of the same movement, a little lacking in the movement in some regards, however, better in the movement in others. All right. Now you might be saying, oh man, are you trying to stick your neck out for South of Midnight and you're saying that it does stuff better than Forspoken? Oh, fucking congratulations. Okay, we realize this isn't necessarily a home run to say your game is better than Forspoken, all right? We get it, all right? It's not a home run, but it's almost like being hit by a pitch, okay? You're on base, all right? You might not have scored a run, but you're on base. So for every single aspect of what Forspoken could be, which Forspoken could inherently itself be a better game than what it is and what was presented to the player base, and all it had to do, and we've said this before, drop the entire first chapter and opening story and just plop you in the open world. Go. All right? Better already. Okay? They didn't do that. You got all that bullshit intro and backstory and everything that's just garbage on top of the garbage. Okay? But South of Midnight, man, you eliminate that first chapter, done. You get a storyline that's relatively coherent and has a lot of mythology and legend and heart and bayou spirit to it, okay? From down yonder in the bayou. Man, it's, we fail to see the problem, all right? Don't tell us that, it's the, all right, fucking Forspoken. Fuck Forspoken, okay? Gone. There's a little game, okay, that came out that people liked. We didn't care for. You know what game that was with linear level design, basic overall combat, and a shit story? Forspoken again? No, shit. God of War Ragnarok. We still haven't beat this game. We still aren't inclined to even put it back in because holy shit, we're having a better time with South of Midnight than fucking God of War Ragnarok. The storyline in this was fucking stupid. We couldn't get behind it. Even the parts that we did like, they couldn't suck us in past the repetitive, monotonous gameplay and the super shitty puzzles. All right? Overdone. Completely. All right? We're having more fun in South of Midnight looking at the graphics alone. Treating it like a story alone. Understanding it plays like a AA game that people have been saying is fucking bullshit, but we're enjoying it more than our time with some other releases. Forspoken doesn't fucking count. Let's see another kind of action-y game that came out in the last couple years that wasn't drilled or harped upon as hard as this one, at least to our recollection. Let's do a reenactment of Daddy Phil Spencer calling those Game Pass motherfuckers and seeing what was wrong with gunk. So Phil Spencer's sitting in his office, got his favorite superhero cup. Motherfucking Spider-Man, right? He's like, I am Phil Spencer. I am going to go hoodie shopping today for, I think, 13 hoodies. I shall now make a call because I played gunk. And all I did was go around saving a bunch of, debris from shit. And it wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. The navigation was kind of AA game-esque. And even though it was a AA studio, we really were prideful that it came to Game Pass day and date and you were able to give it to the customers. But, we just need something else. Let me call. Phil Spencer gets on the phone. He calls and the Game Pass people are there. Phil Spencer, sir, this is Game Pass department. Sir, how can we help you? I didn't really like gunk that much. Make it again, but do it fucking better. Sorry about that, sir. Yeah, we didn't have anything to really do with that. A small studio, but we'll fix it, sir. Compulsion's not doing shit. We'll get them to do something. Okay, I don't care. I just want to play it. I'm Phil Spencer. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. They hang up. And scene. Okay, so Phil Spencer obviously had already said that he was looking for more in these games that are coming out. And Compulsion Games delivered, and it's bullshit that we got told by people who played the game before it even came out that it's bullshit. Because we're enjoying the graphics, we like the story just fine, the controls are alright, the navigation kinda sucks, the music and the audio, holy shit. Alright, so let's talk music and audio. They tried to do the Death Stranding song injection after walking about doing whatever you're supposed to be doing thing, alright? And it works, and it doesn't work so bad, and it works. The overall background sound, the overall background music, the overall background sound effects, the overall sound effects in general. Perfect. Good. The song selection, there's such a woven narrative to the story aspect of it that at times, here's the disconnect. It's a little too mush-gush, all right? With some of its deliverance in parts and times. But in other parts and times, it hits and delivers perfectly how Death Stranding was able to do so. They're just not consistent about it. It's kind of a swing and a miss, and we'll concede some audio aspect to it as well, all right? But that is exactly what we are exactly talking about when we are talking about where we're wanting to go with all of this. Okay? We've been told that it's crap, and yes, they took some chances, and not all of them were good. Okay? But Compulsion Games has delivered a playable title that deserves accolades for what it has done remarkably well. The graphics alone, the art style alone, this game had better win awards for it. If not, there's inherently some bias and animus towards everything, and we're not saying, alright, if you're saying it's the sweet baby ink stink that has been put on this shit, Compulsion Games should have never teamed up with them. No company should ever reach out to an external source, alright, to have any sort of control over their game or title. You can reach out, obviously, and talk to people and get some advice and things of that nature, and talk to the experts about things and get advice and things of that nature. But when you let another company come in and either manipulate anything from story to gameplay to any dynamic of it at all right, that's that stink that gets put on it, and we understand it. And if you're vehemently against a company reaching out and doing that, and potentially that having affected a title so much prior to you playing it, and or to the point where other people's thoughts, views, opinions, comments on it have made it to where there's such a bad disdain and taste for the title and game in your mouth, all right, that's all right. we understand, okay? We understand that you don't want companies having that affiliation with it, and you're voting with your wallet, you're voting with your money. Money? No, Hand, we're not begging for money yet. We do that at the end. Money. Shut up, Hand. Okay? You're voting with your wallet, and we respect that. And that's fine. Okay? Our wallet's already paid for Game Pass, and we don't like the fact that there might be some sweet baby ink stink on this title. But we're not seeing the negative. Yes, we haven't finished it. Yes, there's parts we don't like, but we haven't been bombarded with any element or aspect that hasn't been, tolerable. We haven't had any game-breaking bugs that have destroyed our enjoyment of what we've had. We've been enthralled with a good element and portion of the story. We like the controls. We are enjoying their puzzles of going and finding the little fucking floofy glowy things. Okay? The game doesn't do anything great. It doesn't do anything innovative and creative except for be a complete, as of now, so far, release, be playable, not be laden with bugs, yes, laden with playability, fidelity issues, okay? You can't jump over stuff you should be able to jump over. It's linear, whatever, all right? It's what we're looking for. A linear game with a whole complete story, with a fantastic and phenomenal art style, with some risk-taking in the music that pays off at times and doesn't at others, that's fucking more fun than God of War Ragnarok, that's more fun than Forspoken, alright? That we have access to via motherfucking Game Pass with that monthly subscription, motherfucker, right? This title in this game, we're having a blast with, and we're halfway through. Elements we don't like. We don't like the mother-daughter relationship, stuff like that. We don't like some of those flashy backies. But the game, while it doesn't do anything phenomenal, it does everything well. The traversal. You don't have to wait through the whole game to get your fucking force powers. You can force push, force pull, force grappling hook, force run on the fucking wall run that every game has. Right off the cusp, right off the bat, you don't have to unlock that dumb shit. Okay? Learn how to do it for the bajillionth time. No, the game kind of gives you the tools. The combat, it's okay. It's better than a lot of other games out there. Yeah, arena-based, okay. Yeah, whatever, this, that, the other. But it's good. The game inherently doesn't have the problems that it has been laid out to have before us, and we call shenanigans. Okay? All these people reviewing games and shit before they came out, folks with just a disdain and a, malice and a spite and a vitriol for games that, affiliated one way, shape, or form, just get a negative association, associated with it. And it inherently drags it all the way down right off the bat. Compulsion Games doesn't get any sort of leeway at all with any of this shit. All of a sudden, South of Midnight's fucking bullshit? That's fucking bullshit. Compulsion Games, you did an amazing job on this one. We've liked every aspect. I don't want to play as a female character anymore. None of that's ever bothered us. If you're, if any argument, we're talking about just rando arguments now. Maybe, perhaps not. Little conjecture on our part. A lot of hyperbole all around, We don't care who the lead protagonist is, as long as it's a playable, fun game. South of Midnight is a playable, fun game We're halfway through. There's parts we don't like. There's parts that are shortcomings to it. But holy shit, man. This thing ain't as bad as everyone made it out to say it was. We're enjoying our time with it. We are liking every single aspect of it. The combat, not the most innovative, but it does everything that's been done before well. Navigation and traversal, not the best, okay? The force powers, push, pull, the hidden stuff in levels, it's been done before. Switching to a different character, it's been done before. Getting into spots you couldn't get before, it's been done before. They do it well. It's a playable title. This shit is not as bad as everyone said it was. It's not innovative in the form of gameplay, but it is innovative as all get up in the form of presentation, art style, art direction, and dare we say even aspects of the story, whilst a lot of the presentation of the story is traditional, generic, vanilla, blanketed, boring. Okay? The lore and everything that Compulsion Games put into this deserves many more. It doesn't even have to be praise, but man, they deserve some credit where we don't feel in what we've seen they're getting its just due. We saw for 10 seconds, right? We don't usually watch no live of the streamers playing games or anything like that. Someone happened to be playing South of Midnight, okay? 300, 400 people watching. Oh man, you wish you could get 300 or 400 people to watch your bullshit? Whatever, monkey, we don't care. It's for the ones of people who want to. Stop forwarding us the link. Okay. We saw someone playing the game, man. 300, 400 people watching it and stuff like that. And while they're playing it, just the comments section and the folks in it and the people talking to the streamer. Negative. When are we done with this? Why aren't we still playing this game? This, that, the other. It would drive us fucking nuts playing a game that we're enjoying in some way, shape, or form, and then feel like we're being rushed along to not even enjoy it. And you're, why the fuck even play it as a streamer at that point if you're getting some false sense of playing in it? People over your shoulder watching you go through it and whatnot, you're not going to have your honest playthrough. You're not going to go and scope out that additional corner to see what's there in the additional backstory or lore or whatever. Maybe you don't give a fuck. Maybe you do just want to rush through the game, whatever. But folks while looking over your back and telling you, you know, this, that, the other, they make you play differently. It's like someone breathing down your neck, okay? We're enjoying this game more than another little AA game that came out. And you might be saying Compulsion Games, big studio now, man, but you know, fucking, we loved We Happy Few. We got We Happy Few before, when it was in alpha, okay? We bought it for the $30 pre-alpha release footage because of the concept and design and everything. We played that game in so many iterations of releases that have come out. It's a completely different fucking game from when we first went into it and played We Happy Few. With the exception of that first fucking part, which is amazing. That they, you know, changed here and there and whatnot, but was still amazing. Fucking Kena, Bridge of Spirits, man. That's another game that was inherently really fun, okay? But you know what's better than Kena Bridge of Spirits? South of Midnight. You know what's better than fucking Borderlands 3? Oh, don't say it, Shyzabox! You're gonna rattle chains! South of fucking Midnight. Borderlands 3 is not that great of a game. Oh, man. Yeah, we're enjoying South of Midnight more than we have Borderlands 3. Oh, Shyzabox! This is why your fucking show sucks. You piss people off and you're fucking full of shit. Borderlands 3 is way better than South of Midnight. No. Borderlands 3 is better than... I don't know. It doesn't matter. South of Midnight, man. It got a bad rap out of the gate, and that could be because of association. But it doesn't deserve all the flack that it's gotten to this point. Now, maybe our overall perception of the game will change upon going that additional halfway through. But we did look up and know that there are 14 chapters, and we're approximately, chapter 6, chapter 7. Okay, so we know we're halfway through. We doubt the game's gonna super change, okay? We're thinking it's gonna kind of be a Kena thing or whatever, where it's like, okay, yeah, you keep going around and doing these things that have been done before, and they're not done innovatively or anything like that, but they're done, they work, and they're done well. Go fetch me a bunch of fetch quest shit. Combat repetition that's boring as shit. Puzzles that suck ass. South of Midnight has been more fun this year than a lot of other titles and releases that we have played. Compulsion Games has gotten the shaft with this release as far as what we've heard about it and everything like that. And Compulsion Games, we apologize on the part of all these people who aren't old fucking boomers like us that have enjoyed our time with it. Yeah, well, a lot of people probably didn't enjoy their time with it, so that's, just how it goes. Well, that's how it goes, sure. But you know what? How it goes? It goes the same way that we feel that we've been going. And that's a complete frustration with a lot of the medium that is the review apparatus for games in general. Okay? We're starting to get a severe disdain and unliking of it, okay? Because the folks that are really good at it and that do really well at it are getting far overshadowed by the plethora of individuals that are nipping at the heels and chomping at the bit to be the next big entity. Okay? Now, obviously, no one will ever be bigger than Shyzabox. You mean smaller? Oh, whatever. We confuse those two all the time. Don't! Alright? There's some old boomer that's been gaming since Atari. Alright? That happens to notice some things here and there that kind of, we feel, are needing to be spoken about and talked about. And when we see gaming companies like Compulsion Games and games that are getting just shafted, okay? We're not saying it's going to replace Schedule 1 as your playing game of the year, whatever. Alright? But man, Compulsion Games did a lot right with this one. And, if they played it safe, it didn't release something innovative as far as combat, as far as, mechanics or anything like that. It's a acquired AA studio, man. I mean, they delivered a game that we enjoy, that we like, that, dare we say, we would pay money for. Maybe not a lot of money. We'd probably catch it on sale. It's not like we would be like, oh, we got to get this shit when it comes out. But when you're a monthly subscriber to Game Pass, motherfucker, right? Man, we're enjoying our time with it. So play it, don't play it, we don't care. What we are caring about is Compulsion Games getting shafted, especially the entire art department and apparatus for Compulsion Games and everything with this fucking release in this game. South of Midnight, bravo. Remarkable. Audio, very good. It could go either way. You could win an award or you could lose out on all of them. It depends on who the judges are. We dare say you have a chance, but you missed the mark on a couple of those key places where you need to hit it consistently every single time to make the argument for it to be there. But Compulsion Games art, phenomenal. Great job. Thank you for making this game. Because we've enjoyed it more than a lot of other games that we've been playing and rocking in the last good bit. Alright? We are enjoying our time with it. We're enjoying every aspect of it. And we do not see what has been presented to us as far as the negative things about it. Now, please, let us know what we're missing. Let us know what we're missing. We're not missing anything with this one. So far, let's just recap where we kind of sit. All right. Gal in the South. Shitty relationship with her ma. Okay. Louisiana Voodoo Bayou. All right, rockin'. Art direction and style, that's awesome. Hey, awesome. Music, that's pretty rockin' mostly. All right, that's rockin' mostly. Gameplay that plays. Hey, this shit plays. It's not broken like a lot of other fucking games. Hey, mechanics that work. Traversal that you don't have to unlock through the entire fucking game to be able to traversal. Force push, force pull. This Force Unleashed, man, done okay. Combat's okay. You can make it harder. It's arena-based combat, kind of holds it back, right? Not as fluid as you would want it to be. Combat's forgiving. Oh, you mean that alligator guy, once you get him past the bar, you get to start there, at least in normal, regular mode. That's fantastic. We're enjoying our time with this game. And it hasn't gotten shit. Even if you're going to argue and say it's not a good game, I mean, it's not a great game. We don't see your argument for not a good game. We don't see the argument for telling people not to play it. We haven't seen anything that sticks out as far as a complete injection of stuff we don't like. Some kind of southern, almost Underground Railroad escaping, mythic kind of magic and enchanted, stuff in the bayou, Louisiana swamp, whatever. I mean, it kind of flows in the story and the presentation's amazing. The narration is fantastic. That giant fish, amazing. Love the giant fish. Met a giant fish, his brains out. We're enjoying this one, man. We don't see the hate that it's gotten, and it's unfortunate we feel that it has been getting as much hate as it has been. Maybe there's more hate that needs to be given that we haven't experienced yet. And maybe we will experience it. And if so, then, so be it. We'll readjust and reevaluate where we sit on it. But where we sit on it right now, Compulsion Games has gotten shafted, and they deserve much better from, gaming community as a whole. And they'll get it from boomers like us. But as disrespectful as all these other motherfuckers are, it's just like these people like you that are kind of standing on our grass for a little too long right now. You're beginning to leave footprints. Get off our lawn!